Hey guys, and welcome back. This is Do the Right Thing. When Ty needs some engine parts for his broken down truck, he's forced to turn to the last person on earth he wants help from, his stepfather, Wade. So, obviously his truck, that cool little 50s truck that he drives, is going to break down. And it says he's forced to turn to the last person he wants help from because we know Wade works at like a mechanic or something. So obviously he's going to be needing help. They're probably going to discuss more about the tuition. We never really found out who Lily was on the phone with when she kind of said something about, the last time we saw her when she commented about being there and everything. I mean, you can pretty much assume it's Wade. But we don't completely know because they didn't really follow up on it. So maybe we will find out about that. We'll probably find out at some point. As I've said before, I like how the show takes things from previous episodes and previous seasons and brings them back kind of full circle. I like that. Because with some shows, someone will do something and then it's never heard from again. One thing I think of when I talk about that is like Friends, Friends, of course, awesome show. But take for example, like, I think it was in season 1 or 2, when Monica took tap dancing lessons. Now granted, she had just done it because she was trying to catch the person who had stolen her credit card. But then at the end of the episode, you saw her kind of show up there at the class. And that was the last time it was ever mentioned. Now granted, you could have been like, maybe she decided that she didn't want anything to do with it. But I always thought, whatever happened with the tap dancing. So I just thought it would have been nice if later in the future we would have seen something like maybe you would see her as she's heading out grabbing tap dancing shoes so you knew she was going to tap class. Or some reference to it like, yeah, I tried it, but I just didn't, I have 2 left feet and it didn't work. Something to that effect, that there would have been some link. And this could have been like a couple seasons later too. Some link to draw us back. Because again, so many times on shows, not just Friends, but other shows, someone will do something in one episode and then again, you never see it after that. And I'm just like, while that's cool, it's also just kind of like, it'd be nice to follow up with that because you've given this character this new hobby, new thing, new personality possibly, and then you just kind of drop it. So one thing I like with this is that they are taking things like, when we first meet Lily and Wade from season 3, and they are bringing them back, and there have been a couple things that have happened throughout the seasons that we saw in like the first or the second season, and they're bringing them back. Technically the Hanley barn was brought back because we saw it in season 4, and then what was the beginning here, end of season 5, beginning of season 6. Now Lou and Peter are fixing it up to live there. So again, I like that they take things from previous episodes and seasons and bring them back. And obviously stuff could happen like in season 9. There could be something going on now that we'll see in season 9 or 10. It just is a way, I think, to kind of, bring it full circle and everything instead of going down a path and stopping. Anyways, I've rambled for too long. Let's get started. The Wells Fargo horses? Oh, yeah. I think we saw this once before. Or something similar. It looks kind of familiar. the chances might be vodka. I like how Ty put his tools in his bag, like a form of protection. Like, he has suspicions, and he's right to have suspicions. I was kind of thinking, like, if this was a different show, I could have seen him, like, grabbing, like, a gun or something, you know, and putting that in his bag for protection. I mean, obviously, I don't know what the tools are. You know, I didn't really get a good look, but the tools could help for weapons if needed. And then what Dan was saying about reconciling, you know, Jack said she left me, and I'm thinking, well, you guys said take a break. And like Ross said on Friends, a break is a break up, but is it, you know? I mean, you're taking a break, but it always kind of seems to me that a break is with the intent to get back together, that it's a little different from a official break up. And taking a break is that you just want to cool your heels, get some perspective, but that you are planning to stay together, which I think is what Rachel thought on Friends. But obviously Ross saw it as a breakup. Now, I've always been on Ross's side in that. I don't agree about him sleeping with the copy girl, like, right away, but I was always on Ross's side in that. So maybe I'm completely wrong. To me, this seems kind of like a different situation, but maybe I'm wrong on that. But hearing Dan say that about a reconciliation, but then we also don't know, because Dan might see things differently than Lisa, because there was something earlier, and Lisa had commented to Jack in like an earlier season about Dan being an ex-husband. So he may just have been saying that on purpose too, because Dan is kind of an ass. He may have been saying that deliberately because he knew that Lou would say something to Jack. You know? So we'll see. But that is interesting that she's going to get like 10% and then go from there with that. So she's obviously going to try to still pursue her own financial business, even though she's going to get sponsorship for the blog. But, you know, that can be fine too, you know? Like, her blog could be something she maybe does once a week, a nice little secondary source of income while building this financial, you know, this little financial business. Ew. That's a mess. Middle of nowhere. It kind of has to be in the middle of nowhere with all that shit. And I said a reconciliation, didn't say it was back together.
You look good. You're right. You guys can commiserate, and your love life actually sucks worse than his does.
Thank you.
Your love life sucks.
It's a good effort. I just think in events like this, less is more.
I hate to be the one that has to say this.
Sure.
But the other day, when Lou got together with Dan, he made it sound like he and Lisa were getting back together.
That's kind of cool that he carries a trunk with him. I mean, I guess if he's going to be a vet, he kind of needs to do that, you know, carry something, because you never know. And, you know, Wade said, I knew he'd be okay with us being out here. I just forgot about the dog. And I'm like, really? Did he really kind of give you permission? Were you really okay about that? Because if he would have been, that's one thing. But, you know, he said the guy was in Arizona, and I'm like, so yeah, you're going to steal his stuff. Were you planning on telling him? Probably not. But that's Wade. And I like how, what was it, Bug, that, you know, when she fell off, the other one, Bug, is like, hey, I'll help. You know, he's cute. But I'm like, you're not supposed to ride Shetland, you dummy. Like, you deserve to fall off and get injured, because you're just being dumb.
Hey, listen to this.
The Beck. He's a cute boy.
I ended up stuck in here with you.
Oh, it's no picnic for me.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Good to see you.
Hello, Dan. Excuse me. Hard not to take it personally, I know. But Lou is exceptional at what she does, and her dance card's probably pretty full. She might have moved on a little too quickly. That happens sometimes, doesn't it?
Nice, Jack. Double meaning there.
To cooperate with
One of the horses. The bug is her favorite. He used to bottle feed him when he was. I think he's gone. All right, let's get out of here. What about the parts? What about the dog? I'll leave him with us.
Yeah, grab the parts. Grab your hoodie. There he is. Here he comes. He's definitely an old dog, you can see. I like how Wade just kind of collapses there on the ground. You know, Ty says I asked her to marry me, and I'm like, well, no, actually you didn't. You didn't actually say the words. I saw the episode. You were kind of getting ready to, and she said that we should wait a bit, but you didn't actually say, hey, Amy, will you marry me? So it's like they're kind of not doing it right, you know? And that was nice, Jack. Talking about like rebounding. I was like, Jack has a nice subtle way of getting the point across, you know. But that was funny with Tim when he said that, you know, and Jack just grabs the shotgun and starts shooting. I was like, yep, I think he pretty much saw that coming, which is why he put those out there. He knew that was how Jack was going to react. He's a damn good shot, I'll tell you that.
What happened to you?
Never mind. I need to tell you something.
Yeah, Remy. So now they have Remy and Lobo.
I know. I'm sorry. You are? I realize now that I may have gone a little overboard. Alright, a lot overboard.
Lou
I just wanted everything to be perfect. Somewhere along the way, I realized that I had turned into Lou, only worse.
Thank you.
I was drunk with power, but it was all in the pursuit of greatness. Okay, you don't have to lay it on so thick. I accept your apology.
Well, she should have checked it before she left
This is a
anyway.
bad time, you're working.
I'm updating my blog. Come in, sit down.
Are you?
Didn't ask for anything in return.
What's
Oh,
your
I'm
plan?
sure something's coming.
I just think with everything that's happened, maybe it's time to consider the possibility Wade isn't the same guy he used to be.
Just because he acted like a human for 5 minutes doesn't mean he's any different.
Losing time.
She thought if she married Wade, then you'd never talk to her again. She broke it off because of you.
That's a mother. Lily did the right thing. She put Ty first, which might be a first, but yeah, she did the right thing by doing that. You know, saying she would have lost Ty because he would have been like, you know, nothing has changed or anything. Wade, though, he's gonna want something in return. I mean, yeah, people do change. And yeah, there is a possibility that Wade could really want to start a healthy relationship with Ty. Maybe he really did love Lily in his own way. But he made mistakes. And he does have to pay for those mistakes. I think there is a way, at least sometimes, that you can prove your mistakes you know, and prove that you were wrong and show that you've changed. But unfortunately, it doesn't always happen. And Wade has a lot to do. And Ty might not ever give him the chance again. Which is Ty's right. But we'll see. I like how Mallory admitted that she was turning into Lou. I'm like, yeah, you kind of are. I was drunk with power. It's like, yeah, you kind of did turn into Lou, just worse. But then Lou, you know, wanted to have that conversation with Jack, and he kind of got up right away. And I'm like, yeah, that's a short conversation. I'm like, just tell Lisa you love her. Tell her you love her. Tell her you want to be together. Find some compromise. I mean, he tried with the house in Arizona, but...
Never heard of a seeing eye horse before.
Buck has all the qualities of a perfect guide animal. In my opinion, he was born to do this.
I don't know, it just don't seem right to me.
I want to show you something.
Yeah. There we go. With his daughter.
All right, Emma, you can start walking. You don't need to be afraid. Bug will take care of you.
He will. Good boy, Bug.
That's good. That's great.
Good boy.
You know, I know it seems unusual, but miniature horses with the right temperament can be great guide animals. Since Emma has grown up around horses, I figure it's just so perfect. Now, there are people who specifically train miniature horses to be guide animals. So if you want, I can make a few calls.
One thing's for sure. Bug's a lousy chuck wagon horse. This is what he's meant to do. I'm all for it.
And Emma loves him.
Let her go.
Emma
You're
loves him.
great, honey. Atta girl.
Way to go, Emma.
Way to go, Bug. Get Bug credit, too. Here we go.
And the banner should really be on that side.
All of you.
Ooh, this must be the cake I ordered.
Don't you want to wait for the big reveal at the end of dinner?
Kidding, this cake costs a fortune.
Hi.
I want to see what it looks like. Mallory,
I know. I'm sorry. I screwed up.
well, I mean, with a fabulous cake like this, we should really be using the silver platter, don't you think?
You're right. My bad.
Okay, let's check out the progress in the kitchen.
Nice. Hi.
You embark on the most important
I
academic
would
journey of your
think
life.
Peter would be there. And
No
Tim.
pressure, huh?
Come on, Ty.
Okay, after all, I wouldn't be starting vet school in a few weeks if it wasn't for the people around this table right now.
Yeah. They're your family.
So, thank you. All of you.
I think that deserves a toast.
To kicking butt in vet school.
Take a good bite.
Kicking butt. Cheers.
Okay, I'm gonna dig in. Don't hesitate to tell me how great everything is.
Look at those horses running in the background. That's an awesome
This
shot.
is where you are. You disappeared after the river. Are you alright?
I'm waiting for
Tell him. Tell Ty that you're ready. It's nice that there's a little dedication there at the end. They must have had a friend or family member pass. But Amy said, you know, I don't know what I'm waiting for. And I'm like, tell Ty. Just tell Ty you're ready. Tell Ty you want to marry him. And then have him do the rest. You know, I think she regrets kind of turning him down and saying, let's wait. His little tail sticking up there. Always make a boy. I like how Ty and Wade were kind of bonding a little bit. I don't think they'll ever be where they were. I think next time we see Wade, there will probably still be some reason that he's there. But I do like how Ty basically just kind of let everything go and he said, go for it. You know, I think that does help. Helps him to heal because he can move on. And, you know, I was thinking about the episode where Ty got into the accident and Jack had to take care of him. And the guy who helped them, who said, the way you were treating him, I figured he was your son because you only act like that around family. And I'm thinking, yeah, Ty is his family. And he does look at Ty like a son. He's like, we're damn proud of you. The fact that they go through all that trouble for someone like Ty, who was just this probationary kid who was sent there to do some work, and then how he basically turned his life around and became part of their family and fell in love with Amy. And it says, obviously, a lot. Can it erase his past? No. But one thing, you know, quote from Doctor Who, the big speech when 11 was regenerating, and he said, we all change. When you think about it, we're all different people all throughout our lives. And that's okay. That's good. You've got to keep moving so long as you remember all the people that you used to be. Yes, I've watched that scene a lot, which is how I know the quote by heart. But it's true. It's like we do change in our lives. And maybe we're kind of seeing that a bit with Wade. Maybe he is changing. Maybe he is becoming a better person. You know, because he said Lily makes him want to be a better person. And so maybe that is the truth. Maybe he is changing his ways. The same, obviously, with Ty. We saw it. He kind of changed, you know. He was kind of a bit of a thug when it started. And now, you know, he's going to veterinary school to have a career. He has a car. He has a motorcycle. He has a horse. He has a roof over his head. He has a place, you know, there at Heartland, which is family. He has a girlfriend that he loves. He's really come a long way. And kind of the same with some of the others, you know. I mean, Lou, obviously she changed because she went from some big business executive to developing the Dude Ranch, and then started working for another company. And along the way, she fell in love with a guy who was an oil guy and got married and had a baby. And now they're building their dream home, and she's kind of starting off on her own and blogging. And so it's showing, obviously, different avenues in life. The whole change, like what 11 was talking about. I mean, I've changed. I'm not on the path that I thought I'd be when graduating college or wanted to be, but as he said, that's good. You've got to keep moving so long as you remember all the people that you used to be. And I'm thinking, yeah, you know, Ty will always remember his childhood, how he grew up. But it's because of that led him to Heartland and on his new path. So he will always remember how he was, but that helped develop and change him into the guy he's become. So this episode was kind of about change, you know. Maybe Wade is on the path to change, we'll find out. Maybe he really does love Lily and wants a better life. That's all part of change. Change is inevitable, it's going to happen, whether we want it to or not. Sometimes we control the change, like Lou quitting her job and starting herself. Sometimes change happens when we don't want to, like Marion dying. But we adjust, and we grow with it. Thank you for joining me for this reaction. I hope you are happy that Big Boy joined us for a little bit. Hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Hit that notification bell to be alerted of future reacts. Special shout out to my editor, Captain Factory. Thank you so much for all your work. Click on her link in the description for your editing needs. If you can support me on Patreon, I have different levels which you will see on the screen. I'd love to be able to continue to do this, so any support is appreciated. If you can't do it monthly but you do find yourself with an extra $5 around, you can click on my Buy Me a Coffee link and support my caffeine addiction that way. But if not, I'm just happy you're here, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.